Right, I'm back. And it turns out time still keeps going. I do have it in online mode, so I'm not sure if that affects being able to pause, but who knows? Actually, let me just check my stuff. So that is a sword. Attack goes up, but TP goes down, and it's beam instead of physical. Oh, I can't equip with my current class. Fair enough. We did get a new gun. Let us see what awaits.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
This was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Wolves. Kind of.
Grexes.
Grexus.
Riled. We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Okay. The weapons you can use on foot are split between melee and ranged weapons. You can switch between them with X. You can only attack at close... Sorry, melee weapons. You can only attack at close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack at range, tend to hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When you use an art, you'll automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Your melee weapons for melee... Sorry. Your melee weapons for melee weapon arts, and your ranged weapon for ranged weapon arts, yeah. Arts and secondary cooldown. Alright. Good to explain this. Arts which are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding, melee or ranged, will continue their cooldown even after they're ready to use. This is called a secondary cooldown. Arts used at full secondary cooldown will have a greatly increased effect. I see. So you're going to debate whether you use it straight away or save for a buff.
Great company.
Alright, let's go that guy first.
Shadow strike!
Got focus on one.
Slide! Splinter! Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Oh, ow.
Muscle neutralized.
Always pays off.
Switch to close range combat.
Alright, before we do that, let's...
Chrome armor.
Upper hand.
Slit edge.
buff us up a little bit.
Slide!
Alright, let's go back to that. Jumping around too
Muscle
much.
neutralized. Switch to close range combat. Shadow strike.
Don't give them time to breathe. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's
Flame
my turn.
grenade.
There we go. I'm sure there's someone that tells you what the extra effects are, but for now, we'll just push all the buttons.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Maybe. So either Elma was the great hero that saved a little unit, or we were, and we've lost our memory. I'm guessing it's one of the two. It might be someone completely different, but these are the only characters I know so far, so I'm making an assumption. Changing class, yes. The player avatar is unique in being able to change their class to a more advanced one when they reach rank 10 in their current class. Okay, you can do this in the main menu classes. I'll have to read a lot of these later. They will probably attack, but I want the spooky crystals.
Great company.
Okay, they did.
They're off guard. Stack them with a melee attack.
Are they?
This will knock them off
Side
balance.
flash.
Assault hammer. Got him. Now blast him.
Target in sight.
Flame grenade.
TP up.
Slit edge. Recuperate.
Okay. I don't know what that does. I'm assuming it makes my TP go faster.
Sliding slinger.
Slit edge.
Now, melee attacks.
I am.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Nice work.
Right, what was that? Straw Lenny? Mason, that's what I wanted. I think it may have gone the wrong way. Yeah. It's supposed to go up like a normal person. That's like maybe these people will talk to me. No. Alright. How do we get up there? Oh, it's right there. Piers?
Thanks.
Oh, hello. You must be the new friend that Colonel Elma mentioned in her reports. Having just woken up after all that time, I'm sure you're dying to get home and take a shower. Unfortunately, the west gate is closed at the moment. If you want to enter the city, you'll need to use the elevator at the top of the stairs. They'll probably open the gate soon, thanks to the great work you guys did killing the monsters that were causing all that trouble. But until then, you'll have to forgive the inconvenience. Please understand. A very Nintendo. Fair. Fair enough. Okay. It's affecting the sound. More peeps. It's a massive thing there. Okay, so I'm guessing the yellow number means danger. And now we're in the city, I think. Feet. Well, boots. %60 of something.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh?
Ooh.
For a giant beached spaceship, anyway.
Well, part of it.
But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
cars?
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
True that. It seems like when we pressed into the water, we crystallized it. Or is it frozen? Alright, game over. GG. Oh, I'm a drifter. That's my class.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
Sure.
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
It doesn't actually look that big.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days
all
ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From
grateful.
political aid to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Because she's obviously a candle.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans.
No.
Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
What is your current role then?
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
ACP. New Los Angeles. Can I just jump? Can. Anna?
Well, let's see.
I heard gunshots and some sort of dying wail from the other side of the West Gates. I guess one of the teams must have been fighting with an indigen. I really hope they finally took out the aggressive indigens that have been causing problems just outside the city. Because in that case, we should be able to reopen the West Gate soon. Alright. So they're just lying about how many people they're reclaiming. Interesting. Oh. Emergency. That's pretty close. There's lots of water. Just land in there. Assuming you can eject. Oh. They're going a bit too fast to have a slow motion look, I think.
Damn it!
It's a cool helmet though. Right. I know that child has caused a lot of controversy back in the day.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool.
Purple.
I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Find out how old she is.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
She got a
You know
Monado
it doesn't,
hairpin.
Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
I want a space suit. I'm sure we'll get one at some point. Changing party members. You can change your active party composition from main menu active menu members. There you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party and swap them around. Please note that there are times when you'll not be able to change party members. Makes sense. Shield Trooper. Wait, set as controlled character? I don't have to play my dude? Interesting. Where'd you come from?
Hey!
Bellwether just joined the Prospectors. He's been a civilian until now, so I'm worried about whether he'll be able to handle all the duties of a blade. So in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a blade was kind of like a person that could become a weapon, and they kind of could also, well, depending on Smash Bros. Lore and stuff, fight by themselves.
Well,
Pulling cargo to the administrative district is a total drag. It'd be better if we just had a train or something, but right now all we have is, I don't know, they went too fast. Alright, let's talk to this guy. It's a little plane thingy. And an Aurora Borealis.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. But there's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Can't really look down.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
Pretty
it's
sure.
also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often.
Pretty sure
The
Lynn's
only other gate out
voiced
of the
by
city is in the
UB.
administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district.
Pizza.
Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
See if you. I think those are skells or are they just ships?
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn.
Might be a helicopter.
We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
It is.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks.
Right.
Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
In a pod.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting.
Unless there's
The
more to
barracks
it.
are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
No, you know I'm getting sidetracked. It's a given. But adjust the mini-map. Oh. Handy. I think. Let's talk to Stella.
Sir!
Ask Stella about Kasson? Yes.
Here's what I know.
We officers are aware that not all of New LA citizens are on board with Director General Chasson's policies. But the more we allow our ideals to enslave us, the grimmer our situation will become. Hopefully some breakthrough opportunities will present itself eventually, and you've got the look of someone who might be able to accomplish that. If you're ever ready to be that opportunity, let me know and I'll sign you something important. What does that mean? Wait. There it is. Wait, why is it locked? You must learn the mechanical field skill to recover this treasure. Alright. Ooh. I want one. Can I get this one? Trailer. Getting a lot of credits. Oh, so many people now. Regina. We sell strange and unusual stuff my husband picks up out on the job. He's a pathfinder, so he's always finding crazy space junk and whatnot. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. I should be back in a little while with a new haul that'll blow your battle socks clean off. Maybe, if he's hot. Fritz.
Working hard?
Some nerd. The city's economy has finally sprung to life and customers are swarming to Armory Alley. I must admit, I worried about our future when we were attacked by an unknown enemy and had to crash land on this dangerous world. But humans are tenacious creatures. It's hard not to appreciate that when you see the level of energy on display here. But I'd rather be a part of this than a mere observer. So I'd better get to work. Okay. Vieta. And there's also this, yeah. Any blade can use that terminal there to purchase new weapons and protective wear. Good. Thanks. Vera.
What?
Wow.
Well.
After the horrible fate that befell Earth, some humans have come to resent all xenoforms. But as a scientist, I'm always eager to see examples of life forms who acquired intelligence through a different evolutionary path. From what I understand, they found ruins throughout the planet that suggest intelligent life existed here previously. I always relish opportunities to encounter the unknown. What about you? Can I use this now? Fine. I had a feeling. Where am I going again? Here, there. Terminal. I just want to speak to people. Are there any wealthy blades anywhere who are willing to donate resources to the arms manufacturers? It'll really help speed up the creation of new equipment.
Hey.
Sakuraba gear isn't so bad. Their stuff is high in accuracy and stability at least, although it tends to be pretty weak in certain attribute attacks. We're gonna have to be dancing around different gear sets. Carl?
What? Great.
The gate over there, the east one, can you believe how long it's been sealed? This is really getting to be a hassle. Huh? You want to know why people can pass through the west gate but not the east one? Well, New LA is just the residential unit of a ship that's been hastily reconstructed into a city. It wasn't exactly built with ease of access in mind. The west gate entrance is where the passage to the White Whale's maintenance management area used to be. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Everybody are you the newly discovered crew member? You are, aren't you? Hey, welcome to LA. Well then. So many people. Alright, let's just finish what Elmer wants us to do. I'll never forget when the Xenos attacked Earth. The way they leveled skyscrapers like they were knocking over a child's tower blocks. Oh, it was so horrible. Sorelia. I think I may have said that wrong. While we're here. While she's
Yes?
here. Have you come to see the town helper? I'm sorry, what? You don't know who the town helper is? Well, it's me, you silly. I'm a mediator, but I started dabbling on the side. I teach weapon skills, offer equipment tips, and deliver lost items. Give life advice? Folks just started calling me the town helper. I kinda like it, to be honest. Alright. Wolf, Trevor, Eleonora?
Great.
So many people. Alright, we'll continue with whatever we're doing. Getting to rest in the barracks, I assume? Or maybe we have to speak to
And here we are,
Chasson.
the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Frown and say nothing, or I'll just ask what they actually mean.
I think I can answer that one.
Oh. Wait, who?
So, you must be the latest rescue.
I look
Secretary
normal.
Nagi.
Nagi.
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
I don't know if it's suspicious or not. Because I didn't get far in the original game. I don't remember it. Okay, nice table. I'm gonna say.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi.
Kentaro
You may remember
Nagi.
me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I
Oh.
serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA.
The
The
captain.
provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He
Maybe.
could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Mirror, Blade, Aspiration. We'll just do it in order, right?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
Oh my god, so bright.
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
Wait, if he hadn't
No
been
one
there?
can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us.
Are you
Did
not
it go
human?
perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived.
Oh, wait.
So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion.
Why were they
Earth
attacking
wasn't
us?
enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Clarify Blade.
Blade is an acronym.
Oh.
Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles.
Yeah.
Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others.
Recover.
The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Oh.
Take a look at this.
Some kind of thing.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know.
Yeah.
Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Registration.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Guided tour. Track? Okay. Press R to display the navigation panel on the bottom right of the screen. This will show the objectives of your currently tracked mission, etc. Track missions from the main menu. Missions. You can push left and right to toggle navigation panels. Category. Categories are unlocked as you advance the main story. Leave the barracks. Customization center. Cannot use this right now. Alright, let's leave then. Where are we going? Here? Wait. Elma's coming? For some reason I thought he was trying to get rid of us to have a secret conversation with her. I guess not.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts.
Because.
It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Okay. Straight to the point.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
You're a child. Please stop. Ask what a skull is. Gaze longingly. I do like a skull.
Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations.
Transformations?
You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction.
Fanfiction?
Hold on, I'll just pull it up here.
Machines.
1 sec.
Lynn?
Right. Sorry.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far so fast without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Oh.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around.
Fair.
So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'll be getting
I'm
in
sure
one.
you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
Watch me.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Well, then. Wait, can I take assignments if I'm not actually a
Hard
Blade?
work always pays off.
I leveled up. Where are we going? Over here. Have I spoken to this guy before? Trevor. I don't think I have.
What's wrong?
The members of each division have their own responsibilities, and mine is a primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigents appearing near the entrances to the city. That's why we've sealed the gates and taken a defensive posture. We've tightened our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance of an indigent infiltrating the city. But now I hear that Elmer and some new guy already slaughtered the Grex pack that prowled outside the West Gate. Firstly, it wasn't slaughter, it was self-defense. They were coming at me. So I guess we all ought to thank Team Elmer for their successful counteroffensive. Yeah. What is this? I remember looking at
This
this.
is mission control. We
Oh, I
don't
can
have a
move?
dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here.
Oh.
Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Wait, you're a Blade? I think you're a mechanic.
Likewise. And if the assignment
Oh,
seems
boy.
too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for.
Okay.
We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway?
Everyone.
We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey,
Right. How the heck am I supposed to pull this off? This job up by myself? It's me and this. Alright, so I think this is like the multiplayer. Lenora.
Yes?
This is mission control. As a Blade, you can't... Oh, I see that you haven't registered as a Blade. Well, if you do register and join a division, you'll be able to accept missions right here. I understand that you haven't decided what role you wish to play here in New LA, then that's fine. But I believe you would make a splendid Blade. Trust me, I've seen countless Blades standing right here. I know talent when I see it. I don't know. Wolf? Which one's Wolf? This guy? Any fool who's dumb enough to face his foe head-on won't live to make the same mistake twice. You must constantly move and stay out of your opponent. So stay in your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back. Attack it from on high or below, anywhere but head on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Either way, repeat what I said 1,000 times until it finally penetrates that thick skull of yours. Alright. That is different. But if the enemies keep, like, chasing me, then I can't really avoid that.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
Fair.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade.
Oh.
Or maybe a crazy person.
That's a bit harsh.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Maybe. Alright.
Listen,
You have a skill license. You can buy a skill from the shop terminal. It's crazy.
hey,
Alright, people, remember that each of us bears the weight of humanity's very existence on our shoulders. Alright. Oops. Oops.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
How much would they cost, though?
Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Are we allowed in? Seems like it's more... Ooh. Where is that? Something here. It might be up or inside. Anyway, let's go into the tower.
Am I right?
Amplification lenses. You can't make any more Granada GG's beam weapons.
Really?
Listen.
Listen.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay,
Maybe.
Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision.
Yeah, then.
In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Alright, 20 experience. You've
Strength
just...
comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
You leveled up. You've just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. I bet you're confused about... Sorry, if you're confused about anything, you can check the tips. I bet you'll find some info there that'll be relevant to your situation. Treat them as your basic textbook for surviving on Mira. Alright. Alright, let's go back.
Really?
I feel like it's the same speed. No, I think it might be slightly faster. It's hard to tell because I'm going up.
Am I right?
Hey.
Alright. I think I've spoken to that guy. So I'm guessing these symbols are like the different factions. There it is.
Listen.
20 experience. Delicious. Alright. I'm going to take a quick break. I was expecting a bit more. I didn't realize it'd be this long, but I'm going to take a quick break and get back into more cutscenes. BRB.